Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to another video. I know I don't talk about building that much on my channel, but it is something I do appreciate is important to most Minecraft players. And one of the things that's most important to building is to have good lighting. You can have one of the most amazing looking rooms in the world, but if it's not correctly lit up, no one will see it correctly and it's not going to be the most amazing looking room in the world. And a lot of players do agree that just having freestanding lighting, like just random torches everywhere, isn't a very good look and is going to kind of ruin the look of your build. So how do you fit lighting into a good build? And that's what today's guide is for, because I'm going to be showing you ways to hide the lighting and to make it look better. So please do like the video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you like seeing stuff like this. But let's get straight into the video, shall we? So yeah, this is going to cover two main techniques. First of all, making the lighting look better, like this method over here, and second of all, truly hiding the lighting, so that in the Ender Dragon heart room you can see here, you can see there's no lighting visible. You can't see any torch or glowstone, but yet the room is somehow lit up. So I'll be explaining exactly how that works in today's video. And also please don't question exactly how there is a heart inside the Ender Dragon head. I'm not entirely sure what the anatomy of this thing is, but it works, trust me. But yeah, so let's start by explaining the the torches and how you can make them look better. So a lot of people don't like just having torches on the wall because it looks really medieval and it doesn't work for a lot of builds. And if you want to make it look slightly better or slightly fancier, you can basically place the torch on the wall, then place an item frame behind it, and then place a block in the item frame to have 3 blocks on the wall: the torch, the item frame, then the block inside the item frame. And if you use an item like the iron trap door, the half wooden slab, for instance, you can actually make it so that it looks like the torch is in a torch holder, like in a fancy cave or a castle or something, and that means you can actually do some good stuff here. So I don't personally like this very much, but this is something that might just inspire some people because of the fact that you can actually see the item frame behind it. It kind of ruins the illusion it's a torch holder, but if to you this is much better than just a torch on the wall, it's a better alternative and it just uses an item frame and a handy block. So yeah, that's not my preferred method. My preferred method is to entirely hide the the lighting altogether, so that it just looks like the room is magically lit up somehow. And there are a few ways to do this. The first way I'm going to show you is to have a bush which hides the the lighting. So there are 2 ways to do this. One looks much better than the other, and basically you can see this bush right here does light up the area around it, despite the fact that you can't see any lighting in it. And this bush over here, you can kind of see the torch below there, so I'm not such a big fan of it. But let's explain exactly how this does work then. So you might be curious as to exactly how, even though leaves are transparent, you can't see the light here. Basically, when you have a block above some leaves, when you let me just quickly show you how this works. There is actually glowstone below there, but once a leaf block has all 6 sides covered in blocks, the leaf block becomes transparent. So you can see that even though there's glowstone down there and we should be able to see it, we can't see it through the the leaves because there is 2 layers of leaf there, and the leaf is entirely surrounded, so it just goes invisible. However, it doesn't go non-transparent, so it still lets the light through, and it's pretty cool in my opinion, because it also goes the opposite of invisible, I guess. It's pretty cool in my opinion because of the fact that it means you can have bushes which just light the place up and no one will be able to work out exactly what it is. So yeah, if you don't have glowstone, you can do it with torches, but it's not quite so effective because if people look down and up, they will be able to see it, maybe make a really deep hole in the ground. But yeah, it's not quite so effective, but it's something you can do also. So moving on from this suggestion, we have the fact that you can actually just have glowstone in the ground hidden by other things. So my favorite suggestion I've shown a million times is to have carpet above glowstone. So you can see this carpet here is emitting light despite the fact that it's just carpet, because carpet is transparent and it means that it lets light through it like that. However, there are a few other blocks that are also transparent that can do the same thing quite well. So for instance, just over here you can see there is a cauldron. You can see the glowstone a little bit below it, but if you do this in the floor, you can make it entirely hidden, and even without the floor, it's still a pretty nice way to hide the light. Like, it looks way better than just having a random glowstone block just over there. Just over there, for instance. So yeah, if you want to have a glowstone, hide it beneath some household objects. One of the ones you can hide it beneath is the hopper. So the hopper, even though it takes up the entire block, again, it has the same kind of function where it lets light through because it's not entirely filling the block. And basically this means you can let light through your hopper in the ground. Other things you can do this with is piston, for instance. Like so, you can see, even though the piston fully covers the block, the light is still coming through. And one of my favorite ones, because it works for enchanting rooms quite well, is to use the enchantment table, because it looks like the enchantment table glows even more than it normally does, and that's pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, pistons, enchantment tables are the 2 best ones for covering a block. Leaves, if you have multiple layers of them, and hoppers and cauldron. So that's pretty cool. But we also, this isn't where the video ends, we do still have a few more ones for if you want to hide it inside the ceiling, or if you want to hide it inside walls, because having lighting in the floor is cool, but in real life, most people keep lightings in their ceilings. Well, I do anyway. I don't know where you live, where you do it, but basically, lighting is usually kept in the ceiling or sometimes on the wall. So you can hide it in the walls through a few clever ways. They're not, entirely foolproof because you can see through them. But first of all, having a trapdoor on a wall which it kind of blends with, it can kind of make it look like a funky light and almost hide it. You can have a chest back there, and even though the chest won't open, so it kind of ruins the illusion, it's still some way you can hide the light. And then my favorite one is to have it behind paintings, because although you can just about see if you edge over here, most paintings will hide light quite well. You can take this off right here. Oh wow, do you see that? Wait, what just happened there? But yeah, if you make it... Okay, the painting has gone missing. Okay, here it is. But if you make it a larger painting, then that's not going to be quite as big an issue. Also, paintings are very glitchy today. But yeah, if you make it a large painting, you won't have that be quite as much of an issue. It's only on one side. And if you just make it like a 3x3 painting of the thing, you can have entirely hidden lights on the walls. But what about the ceilings then? So in reality, you can use all the blocks that I showed you. Okay, I'm going to get this right. It's going to be great if the paintings will stop glitching. But yeah, basically, if you want to have lighting on your ceiling, okay, there we go, almost. But yeah, if you want to have lighting on your ceiling, all of these blocks will work there, but none of these really make any sense. You can't have a cauldron, a hopper, or an enchantment table on your ceiling, right? However, one does make sense, which is the piston. So if you have a piston upside down your ceiling, so we take this and we place it like up there, for instance, you can see it can kind of pass for a ceiling block just when you look at it like this. In fact, it looks quite a bit like a cool ceiling block, and not only that, but it will also, so if this was inside, we could have a block up there, and it lets the light through, which means you can have a glowing ceiling, which will keep your room lit. So for instance, over here, you might be curious as to how exactly I did that earlier. Because pistons let light through them, it means that, even though it's quite high up, we have glowstone hidden inside the heart, and, it does really cool things. You can use it to make your ceiling glow, you can use it to make an ender dragon heart glow, even if it's inside an ender dragon head, and you just do generally cool things. So yeah, that's how you can hide your light in Minecraft, make it look like something else, hide it inside a bush, hide it below a variety of items, hide it in the walls, or hide it in the ceilings. There are so many methods, and they're all quite cool. I hope you did enjoy the video. I hope it did help you out. If it did, please do like it and let me know. It helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like it. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Let me know in the comments down below which of these you're going to be using, or if you're going to use any at all, or if you knew any of these at all. It'd be very appreciated. And other than that, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!